Hey everyone, this is Jonathan Thomas, independent mortgage broker. Hope you are doing well. Wanted to talk about seller concessions. It's something that I use a lot and talk to almost every one of my clients about and realtors that I work with. A lot of people don't know what they are. Even some realtors don't know what they are and don't use them. I think it's one of the biggest tools and advantages buyers have right now in this market, especially in the buyer's market. Seller's concessions are a specific seller credit that the buyer will give you to use for certain things, different kind of buy downs, going borrower paid rates, temporary buy downs, a lot of creative tools to either lower your payment slightly, lower your payment dramatically, and also help cover costs, so different kind of closing costs. It's a super powerful tool. I'm going to show you an example of if it's actually better to have a $20,000 higher sales price but $20K in seller concessions versus a $20,000 lower sales price and no concessions. Okay, so this is just one example to show the power and different ways that you can use seller concessions if it's right or not right for you and your family when you buy a home. There's also a ton of different ways we can get creative with seller concessions. It's something that everybody should be using. If your realtor is not talking to you about it and your lender is not talking to you about it, please reach out to me and we can go over what are some of your options with seller concessions. It could save you thousands of dollars at closing and thousands of dollars every year. Huge tool. Don't miss out. Really see if getting $20,000 discount off the price of the home is better or more advantageous for you than getting $20,000 in seller concession. So on the left-hand side, right here with the 6.5% interest, this is a $450 loan amount with 5% down. Okay, so $427.5 loan amount at 6.5%. The principal and interest payment is $2702. On the right-hand side, it's a $470 loan amount, okay, with 5% down, so a $446.5. Okay, now this is at a 5.25% rate. We're using the seller concessions to buy the rates down. Okay, principal and interest on this one is $2465, so about $250 less per month. Okay, with seller concessions. Now, a good way to explain this is that the one on the left that you're paying a little bit more money, yes, that equity is in the home. You'll realize that when you sell the house, whenever that could be, or you refinance, could take years. On the right-hand side, what you're doing is you're realizing some of the equity right off the bat by saving a little bit more money per month to do that. Now, you can also do some really cool things as far as kind of doing a middle ground. Let's just say we wanted to use $10,000 to buy the rate down and we wanted to use the rest of the money to do a 2-1 buy down. Creative things like that to where the first and second year rates are in the 3%, 4% range. We can also go borrower paid plus do buy down. So some really cool things we can do with seller concessions. So if monthly payment is your kind of pain point and what's holding you back from a home or from getting to the next level's homes, right, in that neighborhood, maybe you can't afford at the 6.5% interest rate, or you can't get approved at 6.5% interest rate. Doing this, now we're approving at a 5.25% interest rate, and that could open up a lot of windows. Also just new home ownership, buying new things, that extra $250 a month could go a long way. But also for some people, maybe they want that equity and they're not worried about it. These are two great options and really shows the power of seller concessions. If it's not something you're talking to your lender about or your real estate agent about, you really need to be. Reach out to me with any questions though. Jonathan Thomas, 714-944-0129.